performance at Georgia Tech that encouraged you, or maybe things you need to work on?
I felt like I was on target pretty much all day. Had a high completion percentage. There was really, I'd say, 2 or 3 throws that I wish I had back. That's how the game goes. And big thing was just learning from it and cleaning up with the receivers and the timing this week in practice.
The running game seemed to play a little bit better than it has been. I mean, how big of a help is that for you?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, I think we've been saying it all season that sooner or later it's going to click. And Vince popped a big one. He had that big touchdown run, and that got us going offensively. And I think as we're in the final stretch of the season here now, it's going to continue to improve. And the guys up front are working really hard. And I think the backs are starting to get a lot more confident now.
Kenny, do you think you guys are pushing the ball downfield well enough at this point in the season?
I mean, you're never doing anything well enough. You always want to improve. I think that's an area that we can improve on. Trying to get behind people and get the ball up top. But I think if we can keep hitting Tayseer, on those back shoulders and doing certain things in the pass game, we can get guys in space and make explosives that way. Really, it doesn't matter to me as long as that we're moving the ball offensively and putting up points.
Your yards per attempt, I think, in recent weeks has gone down a little bit. Is that by design, or is that just happening?
I think it's just how it's going. If you're looking at it and we're playing these man teams, we're one missed tackle away from breaking it. When you get these opportunities, that's going to be an emphasis moving forward. We make one guy miss, we can have some really explosive plays in the pass game, and those guys are working really hard. So I know it'll happen sooner or later.
Kenny, is it tough to resist the temptation to force it maybe at times, or to take a shot that maybe isn't there?
Not really. Because me and Coach Whip go over the game plan. I have a really good feel for when he gives me a play, if he wants to take a shot or not. So I just go based off of what he gives me out in the field, and if I jog over and if he sees something, he'll be like, alert this on this play coming up. So really just kind of feeding off him and what he's giving me.
You guys are throwing the ball a lot this year. Is it kind of a risk reward kind of thing? You have to maybe live with some of the mistakes.
I wouldn't say it's a risk reward. I think that's just kind of the identity that we kind of grew into, and with Coach Webb's new system, I think it's working for us, and we just got to keep the consistency has to get better. That's probably the biggest thing now. So this bye week, I think the guys look really good. They look fast, getting fresh, running. So kind of get a head start going into next week's preparation for North Carolina.
Kenny, your defense leads the nation in sacks. You saw a lot of them during the summer. Because you kind of tell, even going against the ones that, man, the team's going to be, the group's going to be dangerous.
Yeah. I think we knew we had a lot of time. Then you got to think, Camp was there and Weaver were there, in the spring and stuff. So you add those guys into it. That's a really deep crew they got. But in the preseason, you're not really sure. You're kind of feeling each other out. Are they really good? Are we not doing something really well? So that's kind of goes both ways. And then when you go out there and you see the kind of performance they've been putting out week after week, obviously, they're one of the most talented, rooms in the country.
Does that make you feel a little better about what happened during the summer on days where they kind of got the better of y'all? That they're really good. It's not just that we're.
It does, but it also does. Like the competitor in you don't really care who you're playing. You just want to win. I think that's what we do a really good job here is competing. When we go against each other every day. I think in spring balls and camp, and then we have that one period a day here now that we're in season where we get to go at each other. It's not long because you don't want to risk injury because everyone's going full tilt, but at least you're getting good on good and you're going full speed and gets the best out of each other.
Has that helped you guys in pass protection a little bit?
I'd say so. Absolutely. When you're going against a group like that, and it gives you a lot of confidence because you're not going to see too many crews better than what we got. So I think the line just is going to continue to grow and get better here.
What's North Carolina doing well?
They're a tough team. I think they got a lot of talent. They're up front. They're pretty good. They got a really good nose guard. Probably one of their better pass rushers that we've seen in the interior guys all season. I'd say he's up there as one of the top guys. Mix of coverages up, do a lot of good things that way. So as long as we stick to the game plan and make sure that we get in the tape and nothing surprises us on Thursday, I think we'll be all right.
It's been like Tayseer and Maurice most of the year. Is Shockey kind of becoming that third guy for you?
Right, he's got, we need to get healthy. I think he's finally, getting back to 100% now, and you're going to see him more and more, break out and get some more touches and do some things that way.
Considering the way that they play and the way that you guys play, could we just save time and start the clock with 5 minutes left and the score tie and see what happens?
I hope not. That's not the plan. We want to go out there and take care of business. But, like you said, judging by the way the season's going, we're expecting a dogfight every game, so we'll be ready for either.
How long are those good-on-good periods that you guys got?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think we go 3 plays a piece. One's on ones, 2's on 2, so we get 3 plays. Nothing like I said, nothing crazy, but at least we get, get good speed, and it's like a like a game situation.
And that's every practice? Or
Yeah. Mainly on the work day, so like a normal work would be Tuesday, Wednesday, so we'd have it on those 2 days.
You mentioned that you missed some, you had Camp and Weaver in that group in the summer, but so you would face, I assume when you would normal practice, you'd face Jalen in that group.
Right,
Could
yeah.
you tell that he was?
Well, Jalen is a guy that I knew when I first got here, and me and him were on the same official visit, and we kind of had the same aspirations and goals. As we would sit down and talk to each other on the visit. So then when I got here, we kind of hung around each other a lot in the summer, and we worked out, and I could tell that he's just. It was only a matter of time before he was going to step up and turn into a player that he's turned into, just based off his work ethic alone. So I was really happy for him, and real happy to see that.
Does it take a certain swagger to say, yeah, I'll play defensive line, I'll wear number 97 here?
I'd say so. I mean, it takes a confidence level, and you got to have it. You got to be the one that believes it before anybody else does, and I think he did. And and anytime AD's here, working, he'll pick his brain. I know he'll send him a message and figure out on film, what he can help him out with. And I think they got a really good relationship, and it's obviously helped him out a lot moving forward.
He was here last week, wasn't he? AD during their bye week?
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, I was so busy, doing my stuff. I'm not sure if he got with JT and the D line.
Did you see? Did you just happen? I mean, did you see Aaron?
I'll bump into him once in a while. It's only like a hi-bye thing. He's got his workout, and I got to get up to meetings and stuff. So but no, I mean he's around here all the time, and it's great to see.
Going back to high school, did North Carolina kind of make for a push for you towards the end?
Yeah, they did with the old staff that they had there.